Good morning, family and friends and fellow YouTubers. It's Kim here from Kim's Country Corner, and we just left our KOA campground here in Newburgh, New York, and we are headed down the road to Hyde Place and Hyde Park. We're headed down the road to Hyde Park, and Jody's going to tell us why. So,
we're going to the home of Franklin Delano Roosevelt National Historic Site, and it's called that. It's a really long, complicated name. I was watching this anniversary video, and they called it that because when they were trying to come up with names, Franklin Delano Roosevelt was like, no, I don't like that name, I don't like this name. And one of them suggested was the Franklin Delano Roosevelt Home National Historic Site, and he said he thought it sounded like a home for old people, so he didn't want that. So they came up with the home, and they didn't want other ones because it's not like his library, and it's his home he grew up in. So that's why they call it the home of Franklin Delano Roosevelt National Historic Site, which is way too long.
yeah, but that's where we're going.
That's
today.
where we're going, and it's near Hyde Park.
Isn't Eleanor Roosevelt's right down the road? Or
yeah, I think it's in that same compound kind of area. Yeah. There's Eleanor Roosevelt National Historic Site, and there's some kind of Vanderbilt Mansion Historic Site.
Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah. So that's what we're going to go explore today is Hyde Park and see all the different homes. So, yeah, we're going to move on down the road, and pretty soon I'm going to show you, I think, one of the biggest apple orchards that I've ever seen.
I think it was on this road, yeah.
Yeah, and while we've been up here traveling through New York, we've seen a lot of vineyards and a lot of apple orchards. I mean, a lot of apple orchards. And this one coming up down the road here has got to be one of the biggest ones I've ever seen. So I'm going to keep you on for just a few more minutes because I think it's just right down here. Okay, guys, look at that apple orchard. It's huge, and it's on both sides. You can see past the trees. Yeah, this is like just known for their apples up here. Yeah, it's hard to see because of the trees. But it just goes on and on. Oh, here's a good example. Just look at all those apples. And that was just one of the many orchards that we passed. Yeah, look over there on that hillside. And we passed one like that on that other road too. And they're just like, just orchard after orchard. And these orchards just go on forever. Here, look, Hudson Valley Apple Trail.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Like a wine trail.
Yeah, and she's not kidding, they have the wine trails up here too. New York must be known for their vineyards and their apple orchards, because that's what we've been seeing more than anything. And their antique shops. Oh my goodness, it's like every time you turn a corner there's an antique shop. But so yeah, a lot of people when they think of New York, you know, they think of New York City, and New York has a lot of other interesting aspects to it, like the vineyards and the apple orchards and the antique shops and the little historical towns and this historical place that we're going to today. And it's got a rural part to it too. Besides the big city, it's got a rural feel in certain parts of it. Alright, I will meet you guys on down the road. Franklin D. Roosevelt Mid-Hudson Bridge. Alright, so this is the Mid-Hudson Bridge that we're crossing. Must be a favorite icon of theirs because I see it on some of the t-shirts and sweatshirts. And then that, of course, is the Hudson River over there. And over there. Huge flag hanging down. Alright, so there's the Franklin D. Roosevelt Home and his historic site, National Historic Site.
Use the left lane to take the US 9 North ramp.
Let me see, okay.
Unfortunately, I don't have to go back. It's like,
Continue on US 9 North for 5 miles. Turn left onto FDR Drive, then you'll arrive at your destination.
it's the library museum. Oh, they're both this way, okay.
You've arrived.
We might have to walk back.
So here we are at the Visitor Center for the FDR Historical Site. Franklin D. Roosevelt Presidential Library and Museum, home of Franklin D. Roosevelt National Historic Site, Franklin and Eleanor Roosevelt Institute. Welcome to the historic places of Hyde Park. Begin your visit here. FDR Presidential Library and Museum. Exhibits on Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the New Deal, and World War II. Home of FDR. Home of FDR National Historic Site. Birthplace, home, and final resting place. Valkill, Eleanor Roosevelt National Historic Site. Country cottage of the First Lady of the World. Top Cottage, part of the home of the FDR National Historic Site, FDR's Retreat. Vanderbilt Mansion National Historic Site, an American country place. Hello family and friends and fellow YouTubers, it's Kim here from Kim's Country Corner, and today we are at Hyde Park, which is the Franklin D. Roosevelt National Historic Site. So let's go in and take a look.
Good day. You too.
4 million acre heritage area was established by Congress in 1996.
Teresa, you have a number I can hit you at?
Are you in your office?
Yes, I am.
On my way.
It's sold out, but if you go to the early gas station.
This is a really cool mural. It's on the floor and it goes like all the way across to where Jody's standing over there. And it has different places.
Gives you the basic history, same stuff you get on a tour outside. You want to do that? Good. You can also purchase a ticket for a time country presidential library museum. If you want to do that, there's multiple different stations scattered around the room that you can scan, and it'll bring you to the site to purchase.
That's kind of cool, isn't it?
Price represented. They generally have more or yeah. The home is that. Yeah, so out the door, you just walk that way, walk past the library, and hit the original driveway, take a right. That's it. Take a look at yourself. Enjoy the rest of your day, folks.
or is this something when you should consider doing that way?
Not right away.
Yeah.
Maybe in like, if I'm out there for an extended period of time. Maybe. But. Thank you.
I know. Jody found her seat, her special seat. Love it.
Eleanor is my favorite, but I can't sit next to her.
Neck hits. Yeah, I think he planned that on purpose,
so.
don't you?
I do. I tried
Okay.
to sneak in. We are at the Franklin D. Roosevelt Historic Site, and I am here with Franklin Delano Roosevelt and Eleanor Roosevelt, and I just want to tell him what a great president he was. He was the longest president in history, and he was probably the greatest president in history. So thank you, Franklin D. Roosevelt.
All right, so yeah, that's a pretty cool little statue that they have there of them where you can sit with them. That's really cool. All right, where to, Jody?
I think to the left.
Okay. I feel like we're behind the building. Is that where we're supposed to be? Oh, okay. Okay. All right, I'll catch you guys when we get on down there. No, yeah.
See what they have in it.
All right, so Jody just went online and bought us tickets to go into the museum at 1:30. So that's what we're going to do. We have about a 10-minute wait, but no big deal. Gift to the nation. Welcome to the home of Franklin D. Roosevelt National Historic Site. The 32nd President of the United States gifted 33 acres of scenic grounds to the American people. Take a self-guided tour of the property surrounding FDR's home and enjoy layers of history in the Presidential Library and Museum, the building he designed and opened to the public in 1941. Pay tribute to Franklin and Eleanor Roosevelt at their final resting place in the Rose Garden behind the tall hemlock hedges. The grounds are open to the public from dawn to dusk. Alright, so we'll have to look around some more. We just walked around the library and the visitor center. We're waiting for our turn to go into the visitor center and the museum, and then after that we'll see about maybe going back to the Rose Garden. But we want to make sure to get into the museum when it's our turn. Noticed this was a different color. Franklin D. Roosevelt, President of the United States of America, 1939. So that's the cornerstone there of the museum. And then, let's see, Roosevelt Library 75th Anniversary Time Capsule, June 30th, 2016. Oh, cool. So when you come in over there, and you go through there to the exhibits, and then you come out through here. So we're gonna go ahead and exit now. Thank you. Eleanor Roosevelt Edition, presented to the United States of America, Eleanor Roosevelt Memorial Foundation, 1972.
Is this the library or the home?
Yes, this is the museum and the library.
Oh,
Yes,
we
ma'am.
want the home. That was like a private tour.
Franklin D. Roosevelt Presidential Library. Franklin D. Roosevelt Presidential Library. The building in front of you is the nation's first presidential library. FDR was deeply involved in every facet of the library's development. He envisioned the library as a place where the public could examine the evidence of his presidency and draw their own conclusions about his legacy. He chose a Dutch colonial style of architecture for the building to represent a sense of endurance. The building opened on June 30th, 1941. The Freedom Court. The figure of the man and woman before you were cut from a large section of the Berlin Wall. The section depicted above is located at the Winston Churchill Memorial and Library in Fulton, Missouri, which is just right down the road from where we live. Both works, the one here in Hyde Park and the companion piece in Fulton, were created by Edwina Sands, granddaughter of Prime Minister Winston S. Churchill, dedicated May 14, 1994. This must be the Rose Garden. Look how beautiful that is out through there. I think that's the tomb over there. So I think that's the tomb over there. These are the roses along the way. Now we're headed over to see the home. Alright, there's the home. As you can see, they're doing some reconstruction of parts of it. So this is called Springwood. The house before you today is dramatically different from the farmhouse FDR's father purchased in 1867. Over the years, the home reflected the changing circumstances in FDR's life. In good times, he expanded the house to meet the needs of his growing family and political career. In difficult times, he took refuge here. In all times, Springwood gave him a sense of continuity and stability. So it says, in 1915, Eleanor and Franklin added 18 rooms to the house to better accommodate their large family. In 1921, FDR contracts polio and loses the use of his legs. The trunk elevator is modified and becomes FDR's personal elevator. And then November 3rd, 1936, the Roosevelt's family, after FDR's election to the presidency, the portico was added to enhance the home's stateliness and to create a backdrop for political functions. And then April 12th, 1946, President Truman dedicates FDR's home as a National Park System site. Eleanor Roosevelt and Marian Anderson are among the dignitaries pictured at the ceremony. Okay, friends, so I am at the Franklin D. Roosevelt home. So this is really cool. All right, let's go ahead and walk around it. Let me show you the view from that porch. The Hudson River Valley.
Our son went to Carnegie Mellon.
We've had a lot of guests that are bed and breakfast from
He'll do it.
because we're only an hour from there.
Oh.
All right, preserving a president's view. James Roosevelt purchased a house on 110 acres alongside the Hudson River in 1867. Both he and his son FDR cherished the vista from the South Lawn, which provided the backdrop for many family, community, and political events. So there's the porch, and then here is the view. Look at that view. Ah, that's so beautiful through there. All right. I can't get over this view. I have to show you the view one more time. Just look at that view, guys. All right, let's walk on around it. This back part is just beautiful too.
I think those are the stables back there. Here. I think this goes back to the front. Yep. All right, we just walked all the way around FDR's home. Look at those trees, aren't they pretty? Have a garden over there, a vegetable garden. We've already seen the rose garden. Now we see a vegetable garden. Okay, so this is the Beatrix Farron Garden Association garden. Going through this door here. Okay, friends, so we left the FDR National Historic Site and we're crossing the Hudson Bridge here again. Jody, did you have a favorite part
of the museum that you liked?
Oh gosh. I think where they're talking about his reforms and stuff like that.
All the reforms he did.
Like those first 100 days.
Yeah.
Stuff.
The museum was really interesting. I only made it part of the way through, but Jody, she took the whole tour and really enjoyed it. Look at that tugboat over there. Actually, you probably can't look, but that's kind of cool going down the
Narrow
Hudson.
lanes.
Yeah, it's a very narrow bridge. I like the view from the back porch.
Oh, that was
It's not called the back porch, but
Yeah, that was beautiful.
that was a beautiful view. Of the Hudson River Valley.
Can you imagine seeing that every day?
I know. Yeah, FDR's home was built kind of up on a very high rise hill, and it just overlooked the valley. And the porch in the back, what are those fancy porches called?
Verandas.
Verandas. The veranda in the back overlooked the Hudson River Valley, and just beautiful back there. That was probably my favorite part. So, and then of course, I mean, learning the history was really neat, but I didn't realize the views that they had. So, all right, well, I just wanted to kind of summarize our day. We had a really good day. It was very interesting. Lots to see between the museum and the library and the burial garden and then the home itself. Lots to see. We didn't even make it over to the Eleanor historic site because we just kind of ran out of energy, to tell you the truth. We did a lot of walking around the Franklin D. Roosevelt part. So anyway, we'll just save it for a different trip. And but it was a really, really good day. Very interesting. That must be 5 o'clock traffic over there, Jody. I know. All right, I'll catch you on down the road. So pretty through New York. The leaves in New York haven't changed quite as much as the other leaves, like further northeast though. But they are starting. Oh my God,
I have to try again. Did you get that on tape?
yeah, I did.
Okay.
Oh, that's pretty. Oh, it's pretty. It's okay.
Say that. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. I was gonna.
He was saying that one of their children died in infancy. He was buried at the Episcopal Church across the street.
Oh, okay.
It was cool.
That's what the park ranger was talking about in this walk.
Yeah.
Or this walk. There's that apple orchard. Look how huge that is. Okay, guys, this is the big apple orchard I'm talking about. This thing just goes on and on and on. And they're planted very close together.
And they're kind of small trees.
Yeah,
They've been pruned down.
yeah, yes, they've been pruned down. And they're wired up. It's called a
Espalier.
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 Yeah, that method. And then see over
Oh,
here.
wow.
Yeah, like it just goes on and on and on. This has got to be one of the biggest apple orchards I have ever seen in my life. There's just rows of trees. And these trees are planted very close together in rows, just almost like vineyards, except that they're apple trees. All right, so Jody, tell me what the ranger said.
So we keep seeing the word kill after things like
Platte
clear
kill.
kill or fish kill or
Yeah.
platte kill. And it means creek. It's the Dutch word for creek.
Oh, okay. Dutch word for creek. All right. And the park ranger at the FDR historic
I asked
site.
him, yeah. That's what it's
Cool. Did you guys know that New York was originally called New Amsterdam? Because there's a lot of Dutch heritage here in this part of, in New York, in this part of the country.
And Franklin Delano Roosevelt has Dutch background.